Hi, I'm Phyllis from I Sew in the Doll Corner, and welcome back to my channel. And today I've been working on a placemat, and I thought you might like to know how I use up some of my leftover 2.5 inch strips making placemats. But before we get started, I want to ask you to subscribe, touch the bell to be notified, give me a thumbs up, and check out my Etsy shop for my doll patterns. Leave a comment as well, and I know what you're thinking out there. And so this is my placemat. I used 2.5 inch strips. Now you could make it wider if you used 4, and you could make it table runner with it. You could make, this is be a narrow table runner, but it would work. So I want to show you how I do it. I made a strip set, but I have this one cut apart, so bear with me a minute here. So this is my strip set. And I made a little template out of a piece of cardboard, and I made it 7 by 7 by 7. It's an equal triangle, I guess you call it. And I place it here, and I cut one, and then this way I cut the second one, and you'll need at least about 50 inches of your strip set, depending if you had 50 inches of material, you could make it, but sometimes we don't have that. So, but you'll need about 50 inches to make it. And then for this, that is the 2 end pieces, or I guess I should say this piece and this piece. And then this one I've made longer. I made it 4 inches. So I measure out 4 inches here, and then I turn, let's see, it goes like this. Yeah, my 4 inches is here, and then I cut this, and that gives me so then I take this piece and place it like that, and then this one goes like, sits in here, and I press my seams out, and these ones are pressed in, so then they will nest in there on both sides. These ones are pressed in. And then when I get that sewn together, that gives me half of my placemat. And this is the one half, and then I make the other half and sew them together right down the center. So to put it together, I cut a piece of backing the same size as my front, and then I cut a piece. This is flannelette. You could use batting. I kind of like the flannelette, but you have to make sure it's well washed and dried in the dryer so it won't shrink. You could use interfacing, a stiff interfacing. You could use a muslin. There's several different things you could use for the back in the center here. And then I put my batting or backing, or batting, I guess we'll call it. And then I put my backing and my front of it together, right sides together. And my batting is on this side. And then when I turn it, it'll be in the middle. Then I sew 1/4 inch all the way around here, and I leave an opening in here. We'll say 3 inches. And then I clip the corners to make sure there's no extra bulk in the corners. And then I turn it right side out. Now I can't turn it right side out because it's not sewn, but anyway. And that's what it looks like that. And press my corners out nice and neat, and then making sure I get my little edge in turned in, and then I'll top stitch it all the way around the outside. And this is another piece that I had made up, only I just used the triangles and put 6 together for a little table topper or something. Actually, it was a practice run to see what I was doing. And then I quilted it around here and around here. You could put more quilting on it. Wouldn't need much quilting, but it's always kind of nice to have them held together. So that's how I've made my, but you could also put a binding. Now this is going to be a little thick, but you could put a binding around your placemat. And you could make this longer. You could make it for a table topper. If you made it this section longer, it's whatever length you want this. If you want a longer placemat, make this a little longer in here, this section. If you want it wider, you could make four pieces in your strip set, or you could make your strip sets wider. You could use 3 and make them 3 inches as opposed to 2.5, or you could make 4, and depending how long you want it, you just keep the angle right here, and then your ends will meet. And thanks for watching. Sure, and give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. And bye now.